So start batch, sure. Fired.
All right, we should be live. What's up, everybody? By the way, everybody, if you have not turned your voice settings in the party to allow voice to be shared, please do that now. This is Serious Jest. I am one of the coaches in the matchup you're about to watch. MML Week 2 action right here, right now. It is going to be the Hopeless Necromantics hosting the Mousillon Morningstars. This will be the first matchup at the pro matchup rather at the Hopeless Necromantic Stadium, Cloud 9. So I won't focus on the team rosters for you guys. I'll let the announcers just highlight that for you. And speaking of the announcers, our announcers are Harry Warthog and Stuff Junk 84. What's up, fellas? Take over.
Good evening, gentlemen. Stuff and Junk, how are you this evening?
Oh, pretty good. How about yourself?
Aye, fair to middling, Arcade, fair to middling. So we've got here. We've got a Dungeon West first four matchup, Season 6, Week 2. Between the Mousillon Morningstars and the Hopeless Necromantics. What do you have to say about that then? If we just go bear with me now, I'll have a quick look at the teams.
Yeah, I'm doing the same, actually.
Yeah.
And while you're doing that, so there was 90,000 in petty cash going to the Necromantics. We went ahead and took Igor. So Igor is going to ensure that if one of our regions doesn't work, we'll get another shot at it.
Happy days. So, if you look at the leaderboard, the Hopeless Necromantics currently second in the league, and the Mousillon Morningstars in third. But they both have the same points difference of one game played, one win. The Necromantics having a win, 2-0 win over the Seven Deadly Sins, and the Morningstars a 1-0 win over the Aztec Gold. I don't know if you've got the team rosters up there, Stuff. If you can see them.
I'm looking at the Morningstars right now, and
Nice, because I've got the Necromantics up.
I can see one thing. I'm not sure if it'll play a big role in this match, but there's a fair amount of tackle on the board for the Morningstars.
I'm just these Necromantics. They're a pretty scary bunch. There's a white there. He's got the extra guard and he's a little bit agile. But apart from that, there's a couple of werewolves on there that could be quite key to this match. Bit of Mighty Blow, Pylon Claw. It's never a good mixture.
That's Shawn Michaels, that Mighty Blow Pylon Werewolf,
Yeah.
which we got in a trade from Girdlia. And
I think she's sexy. I got the move to drive the girls back.
And I posted an article on MMLPro.com earlier today. I don't think it made it before the team.
Oh, and if you bear with us, I do believe you guys are on the pitch already.
Yes, sir. We're setting up right now. I'm setting up in defense. They're going to take the ball first.
All right, Stuff. You happy to go to the pitch side?
Yeah, I'm headed there myself right now.
Awesome.
Hopefully, won't take too long to load.
Find it.
I'm just wondering if this week's trend is going to continue throughout tonight. I wasn't able to catch most of the games today, but last night I know that there were at least 2 deaths in each of the 3 games that I managed to catch a bit of. It'll be
the
quite
last
interesting
match.
to see.
I didn't see much of it, but I did see a witch elf die. I killed a skink in my game. I'm not sure what else has been killed this week.
Let's see. I believe.
Sorry, go
on. I believe there was a Norse runner, quite a beautiful player, movement 9, that died in the game between Chase and Whiskey yesterday.
Nice. It's pretty much like last season. There was a lot of high death and high injury rate last season as well. So I think as players are gaining more skills and more strengths, etc., they're becoming more formidable.
Right, we're seeing a lot more people saving that apothecary. Normally you might use it on a level 3 guy, but now you got to save it for those level 5 and 6 guys.
Exactly, there's a lot of high value players on the pitch these days. Just for the viewers out there in the chat, we do have the Twitch channel open, so if you wish to pass any messages on, ask questions, etc., we'll try and get to you.
Yeah, let me pull that up right now, actually.
There's a couple pretty good players on the stage. They're just hiding behind all the crappy ones.
So the hopeless Necromantics, coached by Serious Jest, about to kick off to the Mousillon Morningstars, coached by sturmjarl.
By the way, the nickname for short that's floating around for them, in case you guys don't feel like saying the whole name, is just the Romantics. But either one is good.
Oh, that's lovely. Do they drink pineapple juice?
They do. Pineapple juice mixed with rum, and I heard a splash of cranberry as well. It was recommended by my opposing coach, who's a bartender.
That's a cheeky little number.
You have to drink it while watching rom-coms.
Morningstars seem to be lining up in quite an offensive stance.
Yeah, I was just thinking that myself. It's quite an unusual stance. Yeah. The way, obviously, it's not a symmetrical layout as you look at it. You've got the two blockers on one side and a blitzer on the other side, and also a blitzer on the line of scrimmage. It's a strange mixture. But I'm sure he knows what he's doing. I mean, the single block there by Count Benjamin of Carson obviously gained strength 4 as well, so he's not afraid to take anybody out. He might be a match for the Golems later on in the game. Oh, and another strength 4 player, Seston the Peasant, which I'm sure Seston's very pleased about. I bet he doesn't drink pineapple juice.
Everybody drinks pineapple juice, Harry. They just don't admit it.
See, I don't mind pineapple juice mixed with grapefruit juice, but it's got to be soda, it's got to be fizzy. It's quite nice.
Oh man, grapefruit's terrible.
Now mix with pineapple juice, it takes that bitterness out of it.
That's the key then.
Yeah. So just jostling for position in the first few moments of this game. Not being able to make a mark on the Necromantic team just yet.
He's on him now, like a halfling on a hot dinner.
Some careful pushing, ensuring he still has the 2 tackle zones on each player.
Like the wedding singer's gonna hit the ground.
Ooh. I don't think he'll be singing right now. So it's a bit more positioning up the field, and perhaps the ball carriers moving up. What do you think's the best way for a Bretonian team to go? Do they favour the passing game, or are they more of a run and dodge type team?
Having seen a few of Sturm's games in the past, he tends to mix it up. He's got the skills to do both, and definitely takes advantage.
Nice. I don't think I've caught many of his games. I think I caught one last week actually. But I think with it being 2 Western coaches, they're usually on at a time when I don't often catch them.
This is going to be decisive.
And the blitz is only achieving a push. We'll be disappointed with that.
Yeah, it's been a very non-violent first turn here.
We're saying that now, but I think we've yet to see the wolves and the golems come into play. I think it might change a little.
I do believe you're right on that one.
Excuse me, repositioning myself.
And the Earl of Duke gets the ball.
Yeah. I think he's fairly safe out there. He's got a wall of defence further up the pitch, and he's got the two guys hanging it next to him, just as blockers. I think it'll be okay this turn round, but we've obviously got the high movement value of those wolves. The Princess Bride, he can move a little bit further with movement 9. But I think the one to watch is the other one, Shawn Michaels, with the claw, frenzy, mighty blow, pylon. He's a nasty opponent.
Oh, without a doubt. It'll be interesting to see if we actually get to see him do some piling on.
Yeah, the problem with that, you tend to leave yourselves open for it. I know Don Eagle likes to favourite with Wade piling on all the time, and he's not piled on as much lately, from what I remember. I think he's scared of leaving himself open to getting fouled.
I don't think either of these coaches are opposed to fouling. I wouldn't say they'd go out of their way to do so, but
No.
I don't think either one is looking for a perfectly squeaky clean game.
Yeah, the golem there, the not so pretty woman, interesting enough, possesses the block skill as well. That's a big bonus for her. Both teams locked in tackle zones as well, so I think the mayhem start to ensue sooner or later now. I think we'll see them starting to lock horns. Well, claws and teeth and feet. Anything else that gets in the way. Here we go. Who let the dogs out? And it's good. Oh, and that claw goes to good effect! Yeah. Bring out your dead! Bring out your dead! Not just yet, put him back! Push your dead back on the field! Push your dead back on the field!
He was just faking. He needed a break.
He took a dive. Obviously a valuable play to lose, despite him only being a blocker. He decided to save him, but the blocker did possess the guard and the wrestle skill, so he's a valuable player in the team. He's Louis D. Epi. I might have to get Stuntman Didi to pronounce these names properly. Strength for Lyman, the peasant assistant, taking a blow from a block zombie. Obviously he's possessed the extra strength, but the Necro's making sure they mark you up now, which will nullify that extra strength. Oh, I think we know what's coming.
Here's the foul.
Oh!
The ref is actually paying attention for once.
I think he was so surprised at the Apo bringing the one back from the dead there that he's actually got his eyes on the game for once. Sturmjarl, I think his next strategy here, this left-hand side of the field where it's positioned, now marked up by the two wolves. It's not a nice proposition to go against them two right now.
Looks like Preach will take down a zombie.
Preach also a peasant. I don't know if this is an insult or a compliment in naming these players after some esteemed coaches in the MML.
Yeah, you know, taking a look around, it appears that only the peasants are named after MML coaches.
Oh, and the big blocks by Count Benjamin of Carson against the Princess Bride. Inigo Montoya himself. I probably said that wrong.
Got him on the ground, but we'll have to see if the rest of the team can capitalize.
Yeah, do you think we might see a follow-up foul? No, we're not going for it. I was thinking the other team gets guys might come up and just tramp on the doggy's tail of it. I don't recall what inducements were actually taken in this. Was it extra rerolls, babes?
I believe he said an Igor.
Oh yes, he did. Yeah,
Just the Igor.
Nice one.
I had to make a hard decision before the match. I was down 140k. I was looking at getting, but I had 190 gold, and I decided to buy the contract of a new white who joined us in this match. Just joined the team right before this match. His name was Deadpool.
Oh, very fitting.
Everybody except Shawn Michaels is named after rom-coms, so I guess I'll ask you guys this. Deadpool qualifies as a rom-com, right?
Oh, of course. Without a doubt.
Well, there's romance in the film from what I remember.
Released on Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I so love the Princess Bride.
Gouged eye.
That's nice. It's
Oh,
unfortunately,
regeneration
we've got
kick.
the regen kicking in. Oh, he's off the field for now. So we've got a nice tight box there. Ooh, misses. Formed up on the left flank.
So that's going to hurt the Romantics this drive. They will get them
It
back.
will,
for that.
yeah. I think they'll. If the Bretonians do manage to get on that field, and if it looks like they are in scoring range, I think they're going to try and force the early touchdown to get that Wolf back on the pitch. Because the longer he's off, the harder it is for the Necros to make an impact. It's a key
Right,
player
especially
to
with that Bretonian armor.
exactly. I think they could do with getting Shawn Michaels off the pitch as well, though. He's the dangerous one. Chasing Pappy. I've never heard of that film.
Yeah, that's a new one on me as well.
Safety in number.
Necro obviously put up a defensive wall there in front of the Bretonians' cage as it tries to advance up the field. Not sure quite how they're going to get through that because there's only small gaps between some high strength players there. Let's see a switch round them now if they can do it.
Right, but we can't count Benjamin of Carson out of the match yet. He's got the strength to go toe to toe with those golems.
True, but at the moment he's marked up by the wedding singer. So unless he goes for a dodge and tries and take one of the heavy hitters out. Friar Michael of Pence. Or Fence, is it? Pence. Taking a hit now off Shawn Michaels. With the showstopper coming up. Oh! And he kicks the Mutt's nuts as he tries to dodge away.
We're seeing almost an elf column defense from the Necro.
Interesting. It's going to be hard to penetrate that line, I think. If we scan across the necromantic line, obviously he's left a gap, but it's a very hard gap to get through unless they actually blitz one of them and try to feed them through. Obviously, Sturmjarl, a very experienced coach, and I'm sure he's got a tactic in mind. But he's putting his plan into action. And here we go. I think we're going to see the blitz on the ghoul. Yeah, chasing Pappy. Unfortunately, it's not good that time round, and this time round he achieves just the push.
By the way, Chasing Pappy, if you go back and ever watch, it's an old movie starring one of the stars is a young Sofia Vergara.
Thanks for that. There you go, trivia fans. In case that ever crops up in a quiz night in a pub, you know the answer now.
Worth watching just for her. Two other very hot chicks. It's basically about three women that find out that their man, that they all have the same fiance or whatever.
Sounds lovely.
They're all rom-coms. They're not winners. And I never said they were winners.
You just stick to your pineapple juice, Jester.
I'm sipping with my pinky up.
I think Sturm was obviously hoping to put the ghoul on his backside, but unable to do so this time around, so he's having to switch the cage round with only the goblin zombie Zoffa's Antilles actually within the tackle zone there. Look at the cage. If he goes that far. I'm preempting here.
This formation gives them a safe progression. It's going to be hard to make them lose the ball.
Clock just starting to tick down now, this last drive. This will bring his turn to a close, but we still have an opportunity to block with Preach MJ on Zoffa's Antilles. This time round just achieving the push.
That's it. Force them back and then pow!
He managed to dodge away to safely. He'll be glad of that one. Excuse me.
attacker has an assist.
Preach now not in a very good position there between the golem and the zombie. Only thing that will work in the peasant's favour if he doesn't have an effective block against him. They do possess defend skills, so he can actually jump out of the way of the tackle zone of the opposing player. Thunder naturally laying down on the job there. Didn't notice the Thunder was on the pitch as well. I think Preach and Thunder are now playing Sleeping Lions. Oh! Thankful for that reroll there.
I don't think that's quite the result he was looking for.
No, not at all. It's burned that one up. Not the ideal place to use it up. If I wanted for that something later on, I do believe, the amount of turns he's got left in his half. I think Jest will be looking for his opportunity to bring that Wolf back into play and try and take one of these high value players out. Bring Shawn Michaels in with the blitz. I think it's...
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
a successful block against Godfrey d'Artois. Godfrey, obviously, brother of Stella Artois.
And he decides to follow up.
That's it. Get in their face.
It's not a blitz this time round with Shawn Michaels. We're not bringing that claw in just yet.
We're going to see some chain push action.
Very solid defence by the Necromantics. Not giving them an edge, they're still unable to get over that line of scrimmage. Not so pretty woman there, pushing the blocker between the wedding singer and Sleepless in Seattle. Very difficult now for him to escape their clutches. They might get a little more romantic than what he was hoping for. Those viewers out there who are not familiar with the MML, this is an MML League game. It's Season 6, Week 2 from the Mead and Mayhem League. Check us out on mmlpro.com. You find all information about the teams on there, statistics, backstories about the players and teams and stuff like that. There's an option to register on there if you're a PS4 owner and have Blood Bowl. Why don't you sign up and join us? There's plenty of matches going as well as different leagues. So check us out, mmlpro.com. And Jest, you're not giving Sturmjarl an inch here. Really targeting chasing Pappy there, the goal. Ineffective though this time round again. Obviously hoping to break the squishy armour of the goal. Well, he doesn't really wear any armour, does he? I think he's just running around in a loincloth.
And those loincloths can be a lot more protection than you'd think.
He's speaking from experience?
There may have been a few nights in college.
Nice. Are those on the videos on the website?
No, luckily that was before everybody carried a camera in their pocket.
I've got an opportunity here now for a cage to form up a bit further up the field, which I think sturmjarl is going to take that opportunity here. But obviously we have left some of that cage within tackle zones of the Necromantic team, which may make that cage a little bit easier to break. With a Balnick in the chat, he wants to see more blood and guts by all accounts. He's wanting more fouling by the zombies and some more pylon action. I think we may see that as the game progresses. I beg your pardon?
Oh, sorry, it's phone's going off.
He'll get an assist now. What's that?
There's only Shawn Michaels, a Wolf Up, and the Golem who are freed up to blitz in this. Every other player in the tackle zone, so I think he's just deciding where he's going to put that blitz in.
Like halflings round a sandwich. He's rested in
That will free up the white. Sleepless in Seattle.
In Seattle.
Did you have many sleepless nights in college?
Oh, of course.
Unfortunately, I only lasted about 2 months in college before I was thrown out. I borrowed a tractor, which I shouldn't have borrowed. Me and my friend, and we had races across the sports field. But we weren't aware that both tractors had white lining brushes on the back of them, so we left a big white line all down the field. The chat really getting in full swing now. We've got 26 views out there, which is quite a high viewing total. Really, more shots is in the chat, Bonnick's in the chat, Random Mads in the chat, and Durham's in the chat so far. Anyone else out there? Give us a shout. We'll give you a mention.
I'm actually having some Twitch issues. I don't seem to be able to stay connected.
If you have any Twitch issues, you might want to see the doctor. I'm sure he can give you tablets or maybe even cream for that.
Build the body of an athlete yourself.
Oh.
What's the coach gonna do?
Burning these rerolls up now. That's all the Necromantics rerolls burned up on their defensive play. But the blitz is good against Dagobah Paravon, the Brett Blitzer. Cheesy just oh, he's knocked him out. Very good, and he puts a tackle zone on the ball carrier.
Don't think we'll see a pile on.
I think at some point we will see that pylon skill come into good effect. Bear in mind though that Bretonian Earl of Duke, he is a high agility, he does have that agility 4, so he should be able to dodge out of that tackle zone with ease. But it's how and where he puts himself after that. So the Necromantics closing down on the Bretonian team, they're not giving them that much option. Perhaps a blitz on Zoffa's Antilles there, and it'll leave the middle of the field open for them to set up again.
Yeah, neither team is leaving the other with very many options at all.
Not at all.
Breath and see the dead insects in your teeth.
I guess I should say not many optimal
And
options at
here
all.
comes the blitz. And it's good. So it's opened up the middle of the field now. Well, he still has to make some dodging to get free of the ball carrier, and he does have some rerolls, so he should be okay. But now putting a tackle zone on the other golem, perhaps are we gonna gang block him?
I don't know. Appears that may be an option.
Did you do much gang blocking in college?
Can't say I did.
Okay. And there we go. Nicely set up in the middle of the necro half there, but unfortunately with the golem in a tackle zone. But the block is good against something about Mary. There's something about Mary there with the earmuffs on, screaming, "Have you seen my baseball?" as he hit the ground. Shouting something about Frank and beans. The Earl of Duke now actually within scoring range. He might need a little help to get over the GFI, but he's well within scoring range here on this next drive, so I think Necro now really have to try and shut the ball carrier down.
He actually doesn't need a GFI from here.
Does he not? You sure? No, you're right, you're right. You see, this is the difference, you see, because you went to college, you learnt to count. I got kicked out of college, and I didn't. I learnt to blow things up instead.
I did a little bit of that afterward.
Yeah.
Been a few years in the field artillery.
Nice. I started off engineers, then I went formation reconnaissance, light armor, and then I was the combat medic.
Wow, you played quite a few different roles.
Just like Action Man, just keep getting a different outfit every time.
Wow, that ghoul crawls faster than a halfling on his way to a bun fight at 11's.
And a blitz by Shawn Michaels, the Wolf here, achieving a push this time round, but follows it through with a frenzy skill. And this time round, again, another push against Louis D. Poo Poo. Louis D. Poo Poo? Louis D. Poo Poo. Up again, opening that cage, shutting down the easy route for the Earl of Duke to run in that touchdown. Obviously, it's possible if he does blitz, perhaps, with the ball carrier.
It appears Seston is the only, well, other than, of course, the Earl of Duke, Seston's the only one not having to make a dodge roll in order to hit someone.
1, 2. True, and Seston being strength 4 as well. That could be quite effective.
The attacker has an assist.
Nice, a successful block there against Sleepless in Seattle by McCormick of Schmidt. Opening the tunnel for the early Duke to run through. He's in one of them positions now. Does he go for the touchdown? Does he stall? But I think he's weighing his options up here. I think it would be very dangerous if he tries to stall right now. Bear in mind we do have Deadpool, the unskilled white, actually freed up. A wise decision there.
There's the touchdown.
Bill of Duke.
Touchdown! Just before halftime. That really screws with the players in
This will put a lot of pressure on the Necromantics to score.
Yeah, Necro's obviously getting the ball back this time round, and they will get the ball kicked to them in the second half, so they'll be keen to retain as much possession as they can. Oops.
Princess Bride is back now.
Gotta keep possession of the ball, not lose it.
Is the are the Bretonians carrying two reserves? Are there two substitutes? Because we now see Disco Davo on the field. Rick Duculus Perry joining Thunder on the line of scrimmage.
You know, we haven't heard a lot out of Drumpf this season. Kind of shocked.
Yeah, true. Where is he?
I guess he's too busy making Bretonia mediocre.
Building walls.
Oh, yes.
What was your favorite moment as a Blood Bowl player, Bob?
Oh, well, it has to be scoring my first touchdown, Jim. You see, I just ripped the head off this git who'd given me some.
Pretty safe, pretty even setup by the Bretonians.
So just for fun, I shoved the ball down his throat and then lobbed his whole body into the end zone.
I wouldn't like to be in Disco Davo's boots right now.
So I scored a touchdown.
Not at all.
Yeah, the NAF changed the rules the next day.
And we might be able to see the first casualties of this game soon. So many injuries and deaths often inflicted on the line of scrimmage.
Jim?
What, Bob?
The whole fantastic thing?
Oh, I'm just trying to introduce a catchphrase. My agent says it will help for future gigs.
Don't do it again. I hate bad puns.
Seen a very offensive setup by the Necromantics.
Very, and these two wolves looming dangerously on this left flank as I look at it. I don't know what the viewers out there have the same view as I have. I don't think they have. No. Bear in mind, the Princess Bride does have movement 9, so he's going to be one of those dangerous up-and-coming one-turners with any luck. Oh! And what a way to ruin your plans.
Oh, look. Is that your Bonhacker down there, Bob, in front row?
You might see the blitz on Shawn Michaels here, trying to set that key player from the Necromantics.
Is the assist going to be enough to come out on top?
And the blitz is good by Louis D. Epe.
Do you think we'll see a follow-up foul attempt?
I don't think this time round, because to get more plays up there, we'll be leaving this left flank, as I look at it, dangerously open. And you're putting a lot of players in that sideline. I wouldn't risk it right there. If he was in the middle of the field, maybe, but...
Right, there's been a lot of discussion lately about the blitz as a Trojan horse.
Yeah. Trying to shut down all the Necro team here, trying to not give them an option to advance up that field. Obviously, Jest had a plan in mind what to do, and the Morningstars have shut his plans straight down. Very frustrating when you're the team about to receive the ball.
Oh, without a doubt.
This reminds me of the time you got born. I chained all the goblin technicians together to create a living mess.
Oh, yeah. Now that was a weapon of mass reconstruction.
Unity is strength. They just
Luckily, the Golem possessing the block skill there, putting Disco Davo back flat on his back. And even the coach rushing any move, thinking every single move. For both very tactically minded, like a chess game. He didn't want that role though.
Yeah, like you said, this is a competition between two highly talented coaches. Every move matters. One mistake and the other will pounce.
Definitely, and so Jest's turn ended quite shortly then, no fault of his own, it was just a dice roll that shut his turn down so quickly. Can Sturmjarl capitalise on it? Bearing in mind there's only 2 turns left, and ball's up the other side of the pitch, but it does give an opportunity to try and get some more blocks and blitzes on the
This player likes to be well
Necromantics. And will he follow up and try and put pressure on the ghoul now? He does, yeah. No, he's marking the wolf up.
I think we'll see Godfrey come up and put some pressure on the ghoul.
Yeah, well called.
Godfrey is skilled in making those rough tackles.
Did you have any rough tackles in college? And the timer has run out, I do believe. Yeah.
Come on, guys, together! It prevents his opponent from following up.
That player is about to get punched above and below at the same time. A beautiful thing.
So if you're the Necromantics in this situation, you think you run down the field, more or less potato style, and attempt to score, or just rely on the fact that you're getting the ball back in another couple turns?
I personally am not as skilled as these coaches, if I'm perfectly honest. I just go to try and take out as many as I could with the blocks and blitzes, but Jesty being Jesty, very talented, very experienced coach, we might take Shawn Michaels running down the field, trying to get into the open and risking a pass at some point. Oh, that's a fantastic pass, that Jesty. You meant to do that, I could tell.
Sleepless in Seattle is normally the guy you'd want to have the ball, but not in this situation.
Yeah, good call. This makes it a little more difficult now to actually score. Shawn Michaels well within touchdown range if he does make it on the field now, and should Sleepers in Seattle survive this round, we could possibly see the pass come off. Oh. And he kicks the mutt's nuts and brings him down.
And now we're seeing that that lack of rerolls come in to hurt.
Yeah, I know that feeling all too well. The only advantage here, I think, for Jest is that they'll only be able to get a one die block on the sleepers in Seattle, as all the other players seem to be tied up and tackled on, apart from the three just below the line of scrimmage, but it's going to be difficult for them to get there.
Players surrounded.
Violence
Oh, yes, he dodges.
is the only answer. All this focus on the ball is against the spirit of the game. Give me more random violence.
Oh.
And Friar Michael of Pence.
Take down the ball carrier.
And he felt that one. And I may be tempting fate here, but Camp Benjamin of Carson is actually within touchdown range here.
If Godfrey were able to free himself somehow, he could make it there with the go for it.
But the time's against him right now. And we see a goal. That's unfortunate. I'm still Shawn Michaels not been able to make it upfield the last turn round. That shuts down his chance to score this time round. So we're going to see some of the nice blocking and blitz action now. Ooh,
And there's the pile-on.
ineffective this time round. Sit, boo boo, sit. Good dog.
Gathering around that lone player.
Let me see it. Oh, where's the blitz going to be coming from? Will it be Pretty Woman?
Sean already used the blitz.
Oh, my bad. Of course he did. He carried away.
I think we'll probably see an attempt on Thundon here.
The attacker has an assist.
And there it goes.
Still only achieving a stun. Not been many injuries in this game. If you've been joining us from the start, we did actually have a death on one of the blockers on the returning team, but the Apo managed to bring him round.
Yeah, it's a shock. Claw has been largely ineffective.
It's always disappointing when you do feel these teams full of mighty blow and claw, and you've got high expectations of them and inflicting a high casualty rate, and they just don't perform.
And you usually only see that happen against Wood Elves and Skaven.
Yeah,
They seem to get that magic armor.
definitely. Here, have the ball. Here we go, half time. Hopeless Necromantics 0, Mousillon, how do you say it? Mousillon, Morningstars 1. Again, the Hopeless Necromantics will be receiving the ball in this second half. Obviously, hoping not for another blitz action to go against them.
Excuse me, I'm going to go get a pineapple juice.
Touchdowns are coming. The studio wizard has promised me at least one more before the final whistle.
I've played on this pitch before, Jim. We lost, if I remember right. Lost the ball.
It's still quite an aggressive setup out of the Necromantics.
Yeah, I was just watching it then, observing it. It's interesting with everybody there waiting. It's just as if they want to scrap it out in the middle of the field. Because obviously you usually see it in the beginning of a match where you try and get a few scalps early on, try and get a numbers advantage, but neither team been able to do it so far. Now that bounce could be interesting. It may bounce out of field. Necromantics that little bit quick, with a quick snap there, able to take advantage and catch the Morningstars off guard as they snatch a couple of seconds, dancing quickly up the field.
Even a clan pestilence? No thanks, I'll give it a miss. I may not be the sharpest spike on the armor, but I'm not that stupid.
And the bounce keeps it on the pitch.
Come on, guys, together.
Just who may have been hoping for the... Oh, here we go! Oh, does it hurt? Does it hurt? Pretty woman there. Bitch slapping Disco Davo. Getting starting to get the number advantage now, creeping in slowly. Luckily the zombie there possessing the block skill with the effective block there on Thunden. I wonder if that's the first time Thunden's actually been laid on the floor with a host of horrible looking people looking over him. It sounds like a standard night out in the East End.
And he's off.
And it's good. I think it's McCormick of Schmidt. And it's very good! Bring out your dead! Bring out your dead! He's already been killed once this game, he's now been killed twice. Get off the field!
And he will live to die another day for the Necromantics.
Oh, look at that. We saw it yesterday with Fnord's undead team. He killed Vixen, she was revived, and he killed her again. That's unfortunate for the Morningstars, obviously a key player. Coach Sturmjarl values him high, that blocker, possessing the guard skill and the mighty blow skill. He's going to be a big loss to that team.
Still don't see much concern with the ball yet.
Yeah, I was just thinking that with the turn timer ticking down to the last few seconds now.
I watch what some of these coaches can do in 2 or 3 seconds, and I'm amazed. I'm a very, very slow player.
Yeah, it takes a bit long to that timer to blink. Never mind no free players. It's strange and interesting. I've seen it so many times though, where the second half in a match, and all of a sudden the dice rolls are completely different, and every successful block or blitz succeeds in an armor breaking injuries. It seems to just change. They give you some fresh dice, and that's it.
It'll be interesting to see how this affects the teams during this game. It looks like the Morningstars still have a couple of spares.
Yeah, and I don't think Jest will be happy with the draw. I think he'll obviously try and get that ball there quick and obviously try and go for the win, but he will have to try and get the possession back. and with the number advantage, it's doable.
Safety in numbers.
Oh, and the blitz on the wolf there, Shawn Michaels. He pushes him to the sideline.
Puts him in a very vulnerable situation. It's going to be difficult to get out of there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely marking up, trying to shut him out of the game now. He'll be hoping he can get some of his mates around him so he can actually get a successful blitz out of there. Again, both coaches running that turn clock right down to the bottom.
This is going to be decisive.
Interesting he's put the blitzer there though. It might be inviting him to do a crowd surf by the Princess Bride on Count Benjamin de Carson.
They've gone into the opponent's tackle zone. Should be good.
And that's been quite an effective piece in this game.
More the merrier.
You may put him there as a sacrifice so the blitz isn't used on the other side of the pitch by the
Twinkle toes there.
Looks like we may see the zombie get a chance to serve him, or not quite.
So close.
No, he's happy with the dash.
And the Princess Bride can still retreat to relative safety.
And mark his territory on the body of Louis D. F. Now, Coach ran the mad there, also reiterating what we said earlier on about both coaches taking their time with the turn clocks and carefully thinking through every move. It's fun to watch because they're both very tactically minded, not rushing into anything.
Yeah, I do have to admit that my interest in this game is kind of for myself as well. I actually play the Morningstars next week.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. It's always nice to announce on teams when you play pro. It gives you an extra bit of interest. Like I say, I'm quite unfamiliar with both these teams. Coach serious Jest here, weighing up his options, trying to think one step ahead of Coach Sturmjarl here. Trying to counteract any move he may make.
I think we may see a midfield cage.
You'll get an assist now.
Yeah, it's possible with the freed up plays there, but a successful blitz here by Dagobert de Paravon on Sleepers in Seattle. A high value piece there for Necromantics, Sleepers in Seattle. And I think he'd have been on it a bit more effective than that.
Fast and impossible to tackle. The fans will
It's quite the dodge from Louis.
Yeah. Got his dancing feet on. Actually, was it Louis that was killed earlier on in the first half, or was it the Schmidt? Both possess similar skills.
I believe it may have been Schmidt. I think his number was punched and it was just his time.
It's like, what's that film where you cheat death and it comes back for you a second time round? Final Destination?
Yeah.
I think you might have touched on it in a few moments ago. Perfect opportunity now to get the cage starting rolling up the pitch. He will be wanting to score very sharpish unless he is happy with the draw.
Well, looks like not quite. I guess we'll see more of a sideline cage. Or possibly a screen.
That's a dangerous place to be.
Pretty Woman's relatively safe there with her stand firm skill.
Yeah, of course. I think we're going to see Shawn Michaels trying to free himself away from the touchline now with the blitz. Just to push this time round. And with the follow through, he succeeds in putting the Earl of Duke down. Oh, and it's good. And not only does he put him down, he rags his mandible straight from his skull. He's broken his jaw. He will be not featuring it in next week's game.
That's quite the loss. That's a big piece of the offense here for the Morningstars.
Definitely. And did you comment that you were playing these next week?
Indeed.
So you'll be glad of that.
coming to help his buddy. That's gonna hurt.
Unity is strength.
Shawn Michaels again landing face down in the muck. Really trying to shut him out of this game now.
Moved right next to a teammate. Is the assist gonna be enough to come out on top?
Oh. So Doggo by the Paravon there possessing the pro skill, and it was ineffective with the reroll that time round.
Pro's a skill you don't see many players take.
No, I've never really seen it put to good use, but I think last week it might have been, it was Fnards or Lou, I forget who I was playing in a farm game, and they had the pro skill on a troll, and it was very effective, really effective skill.
Oh yeah, your pro skills on your big guys are always just devastating.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of people don't realise that you can actually reroll like loner fails and stuff like that with it.
Right.
That happened. It took 3 days to piece the body back together.
Count Benjamin of Carson puts himself in a very compromising situation.
He does between the wolf and the flesh golem, but we've been put there. The wolf will not be able to actually crowd surf him though. I don't think.
Foot in front of the other. It's not that complicated.
That's unfortunate there. Failed you fine dodge.
And maybe we will see him on the pitch later.
Ooh. With that,
And he KOs himself. So the numbers game heavily in favour now of the hopeless necromantics.
I think that's one of the things we see pretty often is once the numbers start moving, they don't stop.
Yeah, definitely. Just domino effect. The blitz by a pretty woman. And again breaking armor and knocking out Louis the Epi.
How we may actually see Count Benjamin of Carson go for a surf.
Definitely, yeah. You called it earlier on, and I think you were going to see it right now.
In the spirit of my team names, definitely maybe.
Oh, luckily the triplets don't manage to do any lasting damage to him there.
I think the triplets are waiting for one of those stadiums with the nice beer stands.
attacker has an assist.
Thunder going down now. A successful block there by the zombie. Obviously stunned, not the most intelligent of peasants, isn't Thunden. Stunned, struggling to breathe, but when he's laid face down in the dirt, obviously not getting as much air in his lungs as he would if he was laid on his back. So, not blessed with the greatest of intelligence there. Oh, and just like a penguin, Pritch MJ copies him and does exactly the same.
On the edge of the field.
You see the clock timer steadily, oh there you go, steadily running down again. Both coaches making full use of the turns.
Yeah, that 2-minute timer can be both a blessing and a curse.
Definitely, yeah. You can spend all that time planning and thinking, and when you go to put it into action and implement it, you run out of time.
And Shawn Michaels is going on the ground again.
Definitely a target for the Morningstar show, Michaels. He's been on the ground quite a few times this game.
He's actually wearing a bit more armor than his counterpart, the Princess Bride.
Yeah, I think he's got a studded collar on. Did you wear studded collars in college?
It wins every time.
More the merrier.
Godfrey D'Artois looking to shut down, trying to shut down chasing Pappy's advance there. He's up against it though, bear in mind he's bringing the golem, the wolf and a zombie with him. Proper Suicide Squad tactics here.
Must have hurt.
He tried to bring a friend and
And his
appears
mate
to have
took one
stumbled.
the second time round he makes it. Obviously they'll be hoping to trying to force that touchdown here now. So they may gain possession of that ball and try and get some of the players back on the field if they do recover.
Yeah, it's a tough call here. You could go ahead and just score and rely on recovering the ball to go for the win, or you could hope to hold them off and go for the tie.
Yeah. Decisions.
Safety in numbers.
Will this be a blitz by the Princess Bride here? Taking Louis de Poupou. Louis de Poupou.
We are going to see at least one more turn stalled.
Yeah, but he's got a nice cage there as well. There's only the one Bretonian actually has contact with the cage front, but the wolf on the sideline there, well within blitz range.
Those players are very close. Smells like a fight is about to happen.
Haha, here's some friends.
And the blitz by the Princess Bride on Louis de Poucou. And it's good. And it's very good. But it could have been better. But that's effective enough right now. Breaks those tackle zones from the front of the cage, allowing it to advance even more. Oh, and the nice tackle there. Coming into effect against the Princess Bride, who does possess the dodge skill, but it's nullified by Godfrey d'Artois' tackle skill. Difficult for the Morningstars to actually capitalise on anything now due to the amount of players they've got off the field, though. All shut down in tackle zones as well.
Yeah, it's not the situation you want to be in if you're the Morningstars.
Anybody got any playing cards? I'm getting bored. Hey, who knows the rules for Nerdlings in the Closet?
Oh, and the failed dodge, that's unfortunate there. Choosing whether to the extra training to kick in, and it does. And he manages to break free. Oh, that's unfortunate again. And again, the pro skill not coming into effect. The Morningstars really been cursed with these dice rolls by Nuffle in the second half. They're really not going their way.
It's really not looking good for Godfrey.
I think this player would rather.
No, not at all. Viewing spiking now at 27. That's quite high for a game. If you're not, those viewers out there, if not familiar with the MML, this is an MML League production. That's the Mead and Mayhem League. Check us out on mmlpro.com. Find all sorts of stories about the teams and players, etc. If you have a PlayStation and you do play Blood Bowl 2, register yourself on there and come and join us. mmlpro.com.
He's following up, hoping to get the knockdown next time.
Godfrey obviously possessing the block and the dodge skill there. Making the
Saved him from
ineffective.
quite the ferocious attack by the Princess Bride.
Definitely. But he's not in a good position there right now. You know, you bundle into those cameras in the end zone if he isn't careful.
Right, and we know all too well how much the ghouls love the cameraman.
Oh, yes. Did you love the camera in college?
Wins every time. Never gets old.
So Jest choosing not to actually serve Godfrey into the crowd there and choosing to take the touchdown.
So I wonder if we'll see the
I used the
necro
blitz.
psychological.
I couldn't have surfed him. I used the blitz.
So there's a few more players back on the field now.
So I wonder if we'll see the necro and undead psychological warfare of throwing the former player up against their former team.
Yeah, that's never a good thing.
Almost forgot about that. Good idea.
And there we see McCormick Obschmidt, freshly risen from the grave, now lining up on the line of scrimmage against his former team, staring Preach MJ in the eye and licking his lips.
Unfortunately, it looks like he's forgotten how to guard and hit anybody.
Oh well, I'm sure he can learn again.
Necromantics are not leaving anybody behind. They're ready to take this ball back.
We're into the final moments of this match now. Both teams will be eager to score, but also be concentrating on trying to prevent the other team from getting that ball. So whether the Bretts want to try and go for the quick touchdown or retain possession, and it depends whether they're happy with the draw or not.
Do you think there's going to be any action at all in this game? I'd like to see something happen. Or I'm just going to go and watch Game of Gnomes instead.
I don't think there's anybody on the Morningstars team who possesses a high movement value. Nobody's ever been trained in that much skill yet, I don't think. I'm just going through them now. No.
This may help, though. Even only a small bit.
Necros are employing the column defense, so which will make it harder to actually blitz through and break through that defensive wall.
When are they gonna replace it?
I don't know, Bob, and I know what you're doing. You just want me to set you up so you can shout, "New balls, please!" I'm not going to do it.
Buzzkill.
Bit of a lull. What are you up to, Bob?
I'm thinking about what to have for lunch. Roast elf heart or baked halfling legs.
So what options do you think are open now for the Morningstars? Now obviously the front offensive line there, actually in a lot of tackle zones. It's going to be a hard one to break through.
It's tough to call, but it looks like if they can focus a bit of fire over here. Let's see.
Oh, very good. Oh, he doesn't like facing up against his former teammate there. He's trying to kill him again. He knows the only way to kill a walker is to go for the head.
But yeah, it looks like if they make an attempt on the Wedding Singer and Sleepless in Seattle, you may have a chance to open up that field a little bit.
Just a push this time round.
That guy would never fall.
But like you said, he has created the gap in the defence there. Weighing his options now up in these the last few turns of this game.
Oh, the ball has been lost.
Thinking he might. And the show hand skill not coming into effect right now. That is going to be a big blow for the Morningstars.
They don't have very many men backfield to stop the advance of the Necro.
True, we do have the two blitzes here, and the rest of the team tied up in tackle zones.
The clock's ticking. The final whistle is moments away, and yet the score is in deadlock.
So, pretty woman walking back to me.
This is going to be decisive.
Let's see, the wedding singer knocked down Louis Le Poupou.
Leaving gaps open for the Princess Bride to come through.
The ball is currently secured, but now they must grab it.
And putting a blitz on Dagobah de Paravon,
Tries to secure the ball.
which is good,
Just like the splendor geyser.
but not that good.
Keeps on going and going and going.
And will he go back to retrieve the ball?
They
Good boy.
sprint into the end zone. Of course, that's quite a big.
And Ryan says we're really trying to shut down the Princess Bride now by any means they can. He's well within touchdown range, needing just that little bit of extra sprinting prowess to get over there. But it's definitely doable.
Preach manages to free up a blocker.
Yeah.
Not the greatest prospect, but we may see Friar Michael of Pence take a shot at Princess Bride.
Do you think? I was thinking he might put a tackle zone on Sleepless in Seattle and the strength 4 blitzer Count Benjamin of Carson will try and loop round, dodge round and hit the Princess Bride. But he's obviously going to make
Looks
the
like
dodge
he
first.
called it. Oh, maybe not.
Is about to get punched above and below the ball at the same time.
That's it. Force him back and then pow!
So he's got to make the dodge, so he's making this player last. Obviously possessing the dodge skill will give him that bit of extra edge here. Dodge is good.
Count Benjamin.
Oh!
Oh, is not what you want to see if you're the Morningstars.
Really unfortunate roll there. Really cursed by Knuckle. Bear in mind that the Princess Bride well within touchdown range and possessing a bit of extra training which he doesn't need, and he goes into the end zone. He chases his tail.
It's a
and he
she.
sticks his bum on the ground.
It's a she.
It's a
Isn't she
she.
pretty? Isn't she pretty? It's a little worse for wear. She's been through some rough boyfriends in her time, but you know, the eye patch covers the worst.
I think she's got worms. She's sat down dragging her ass across the grass.
She might. She's not always the most careful with her late night encounters.
That's unfortunate there for the Morningstars. Luck really went against them then, obviously. Lack of re-rolls. Obviously, his big one there. Not being able to pick up that ball at the end of the last play.
Must drive the coach crazy, as his team has just kicked it away.
So do the Morningstars have anybody capable of one-turning?
I don't think they do. I went through the team earlier just to check on that, and I don't think any players have actually learned the extra movement skill. It might just be a case for some experience point farming here on the zombies.
So on an AG3 team, do you even think it's worth the time to develop a potential one-turn?
I think it is with any team, but it's always going to be an advantage, even if you don't use it like one-turners do when there's one turn left and they try and break through in situations like this. To do one turning on the line of scrimmage in itself is a dark art, and it's one that baffles me, but I think it's great to watch.
It's between one-turns and some crazy chain pushes that I've seen some of the Bashir coaches pull off. I mean, it amazes me.
Yeah, I think
Strange wizardry.
Witchcraft! One of the best ones I've seen was Coach NTB's Vedantia ad nauseum. I think he's a natural one-turner, and they kicked the ball to him, and he caught it on the line of scrimmage and just ran forward and scored.
He had a bowl game, I want to say season before last, NTB did, where he, I think his only scores were one-turns.
Yeah. It's good to watch. Very frustrating for the opposing coach, but it's good to watch.
I like running down the field. Whatever type I am. He won't leave it alone anytime soon.
Oh dear. And just to rub salt in the wounds, he knocks himself out on the final play of the match.
It does look like Thunden's going to gain a level.
Yeah, you're right there. And say anything, the zombie gets MVP for the Hopeless Necromantics.
Who would you guys give it to? If you could just pick it.
Ooh.
Picking MVP. For the Morningstars, I think I'd have to give it to Count Benjamin of Carson.
Yeah, these two choices are not your standard.
I think the Wolves, well, both equally stood out just as well. But I think Princess Bride put more effort in than Pretty Woman. I think she spent more of the match on her back.
You mean Shawn Michaels?
Sorry, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
I get confused.
I felt like, where to start with this? This one's a tale of two halves, right? It started out really, really, really bad for me. The blitz, the dice were terrible. The blocking dice were terrible. I wasn't getting injuries. Michaels was like he was the only one providing that threat, right? He did start off with that one kill that the apple resuscitated. And that went, so that first half was going pretty badly for me on the dice. And not to take anything away from sturmjarl, because once he saw that happening to me, you saw him push all of his guys up. So I couldn't, like, everything I did had to be a die roll. Right, and of course they were miserably failing. So that's, one thing is, people can say they get diced, and dicing, even, bad dice, yes, can lose you a game, but if you're not against a coach who knows how to take advantage of it, then they're not always fatal, right? And sturmjarl is definitely that kind of coach that, he sees how the match is swinging. He sees, like, okay, I got some luck. He knows this thing, luck comes in waves, and he knows how to take advantage of it when he gets the good luck. Unfortunately for him, it swung back around my way in the second half. The first half was just try to weather this, maybe try to, knock a few people out with Shawn Michaels, which he did in that first half. And then the second half, I think he put enough of a fear of God, Shawn Michaels did, into the other team that they spent so many men, they concentrated high-level men on him, just making sure he didn't get up. And if they want to crowd him like that, normally I'm uncomfortable with people crowding him like that, but those were high-level guys surrounding him. He's an AV9 guy now. So, if you want to foul Shawn Michaels with your 3 high-level blitzers, go right ahead. That's how, and I had an Igor in my pocket, and you got regen and all that, so I was like, I'll take that, I'll take that chance. And then the injuries started coming. Once they cornered him, Princess Bride just went nuts. Started knocking everybody down. I gotta say, I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the beginning I was playing really, really, really slow, and I think that's a function of I've been in the champion ladder a lot recently, and that's been like the 3-minute turns has gotten me used to instead of making the best decision that I can under the time constraints, I'm like exploring every single possibility. Like, oh, but what if I did it? And that's great if you have the time. It's horrible if you don't. I ran out of time a couple times, and fortunately I didn't pay too badly for it. The other thing that was going through my head was at the end, right? I had possession of the ball. I had a definite numbers advantage. You saw that. But 2 of them were KOs, and if those came back, it could have almost evened it out a little bit. I was a little apprehensive. I was like, part of me was saying, like, do you really want to give this guy the ball back? Sturmjarl is a really good coach, and he and I have had epic farm battles, like battles on the farm at 3 a.m. They're just things of legend where it always ends in these crazy off-the-wall endings. One of us always ends up screaming at their TV, and the other guy ends up celebrating and laughing. But I kind of like, there was the side of me that was like, let's play it safe and don't give him the ball back with 3 turns. You're only going to get 2 turns. What are the chances of you scoring, versus him scoring? And he's got, these guys with catch and all that stuff. But he burned his final reroll, and I also was like, so I was like, I got that, that he could fail on a key roll, and that could give me the victory. And honestly, I don't want to disrespect the history of me and Sturmjarl and how we've been playing by playing it really safe and laying up, and taking the tie. I think I kind of owed it to our history to push and try to definitively get a win. One of us, at least we go down fighting, and I think that happened here. I think we put on a show.
Oh yeah, it's always great to see when 2 coaches make that attempt to, playing for the tie is always the safe bet, but when you go for the win, even if it's against some odds that aren't exactly in your favor, it always makes a better show.
Yeah.
Jesty, do you have a hole in the back of your neck so you can breathe? You don't take a breath between sentences. Look at that dolphin.
As you see, Harry, you're getting into the announcing game pretty frequently, and you start to build up like that wind tank. Like I think I've progressed from just an air tank to like NASA at this point.
I only get excited when people get injured or die.
You do. I love it. That's my favorite part of injuring somebody when you're announcing is hearing you go crazy about it. I'll try to serve you up some more dancers. I don't know if I don't think I have any on my schedule this season, but if I do,
I think they're all in the other conference, I think.
Yeah, so no.
There's some war dancers. They're just not called war dancers when you play the princes.
Yeah, the Princes of Ariok. Those are stormtroopers. That's what they are. And they look like it. Those uniforms are pretty badass.
Yeah.
I edged one out over the Princes of Ariok last year. I don't know if you guys remember with the Greendale Human Beings. And Sasser was definitely not happy about it. And he was promising that he would have his revenge this year. So circle that one on your calendar. As long as I can, we'll see what kind of skill ups my guys get this coming week. But tackle has to be in the plans because, otherwise relying on the poor man's tackle of Frenzy is not always the best strategy.
Well, congrats, Jess. That was a tough one.
Thank you.
Wow. Come on now. Come on. Give me a break.
That whole first half was yours, though. The whole first half, it was looking pretty for you.
It was nice, but I've had two. I've been pretty lucky in the pros is that the Morningstars haven't had a lot of serious injuries. And last week I had a death appoed into a death, and then the first block is a death. I'm like going, all right, here we go again. That's fine. And then I get a second death. That's 3 deaths in 2 games.
Jeez.
I'm like, come on. And then by the end, despite just lovely lauds about our farm games, I was totally playing for the tie. I'm like going, okay, all I got to do is sure hands. Just pick up the ball and run back. And just run back. And, and then I'm like, all I got to do is just make a dot. I have so many rerolls built into this team, and I'm like, why do I bother having sure hands or tackle? Or it's like, the salt in this game.
Dude, this team is a pain in the ass to play. I hate playing this team. I'll tell you that right. It's the first time I played your pro team.
You farmed this team. You farmed this team when it was in the farm still. And you're like,
so this was the one.
Yeah, this is the one.
No wonder I had deja vu, man. This is the worst with all the damn guard and it's like everywhere, like everything that would normally be a good setup for me. I'm like, wait a minute, red die. Oh, that guy's got guard too. So much guards. I was like, oh,
not anymore.
God.
Not anymore. Now my team value is going to get nice and cut down. Cut. So 2 guarders gone, 2 games. I'm like, okay, here we go. So that was rough. And I made obviously, I'm always make a couple of errors, but I should have. I was surrounding the werewolf, but I needed to mark up that guard white, and then you came back around and popped him out. I'm like, I cannot. But beyond, and then that 2 double skulls to finish off the game, 2 turns. I'm like, come on. And because I'm like, not only am I not going to win this game, I'm not going to tie this. I'm going to lose this game again. No.
This is definitely a fitting match. This is fitting of our types of games.
The salt. We should have tied that double skulls.
I'm sure in 3 seasons I'll be the one going, damn it!
At least my team value will be low. So, so I'm playing you next week. What team are you playing?
I've got the Repulsive Ratlings.
Oh, yeah, I remember that from last season. They weren't any fun to play. I don't usually have too much problems with Skaven, and you took it to me, I think, last season. That wasn't so much fun.
We didn't play last season. I think you played Whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the other...
the other one, yeah. Snitchbird Pirates.
Yeah, that's right, the Pirates. The rats left for a while, and now they're all back. It's like, even the scuttlebutts. I'm like, oh, they're all back.
The year of the rat, man.
It is.
I think it goes in cycles, right? Like people get endeared with them. They're like, oh my God, all this movement 9, I love it. And then a bunch of them just start getting killed off and stomped on. And like, I hate rats, And then they're gone for a while, and then they romanticize them again, where they're like, they weren't that bad. They didn't get killed that much.
You love rats until you hit that team that's got all that tackle and mighty blow.
How many times did I hit that ghoul and he wouldn't go down? How many times did I hit that ghoul? I'm like, oh, come on. I got all this tackle just for this situation.
Oh, dude, you were teeing off on Shawn Michaels.
Push. Like,
Did you have much mighty blow in college?
Yo, Harry, I missed, like, there was something I forgot to do on one of my turns. I left my white on the ground on one of those turns because I was busy laughing at that joke. I was like, damn it. I know it probably confused Sturm. Like, why did he do that? It's a trick. It's a trick. I'm not going to fall.
I left guys there going, meh. I'm like going, I can't reach that goal. I'm like, I'll just leave them around here. I'm like, what? And the thing is, I have 3 Mighty Blow guys. I don't mind the claw. I get it. Okay, hit me, knock me down and stuff. I had 3 Mighty Blow guys. I'm like, come on. Bring a little armor.
You did
But
manage
we
to
both
hit
had some...
Shawn Michaels a lot, though. Like, more than made me comfortable. I was, like, you dedicated a lot of forces to it, but I was like, he's getting it a lot.
Well, it's hard to... I was trying to figure out, even like on the kickoffs, trying to figure out how to play up so that, you know, we frenzy and you can frenzy into a 2-die block against, but it's hard because he's got so much movement. He can go around the corners. It's like I couldn't really guard against it. The best thing to do is stay up the sideline or mark him with a peasant, which really didn't happen very often.
Yeah.
So, but thanks for announcing, guys. You guys are great. It was fun. I hope the crowd enjoyed the
Apparently, we had like in the 12. We're still at 20 viewers even now, and during the match, how high were we?
I think we spiked at about 27, 28.
Which is great for like a Wednesday night or a Thursday night MML match. Like, that's great.
You've had too much pineapple juice, Sunshine. Way off the juice.
I need a drink.
I did. I really enjoyed. Like, however this ended, I was like, I really did. That seriously was my reasoning. Like, part of me just didn't want to risk giving you the ball with that much, but your numbers did go down, and I was like, well, I do outnumber him, and honestly, like, I can't. I wanted this to be a good match, and I didn't want to just do the boring, lay it up. So I had to push it.
Well, like I said, I was going to mark the ball carrier, but I'm like going, all I have to do is get the sure hands, get it to the strength 4 guy, and the worst can happen is get a tie. But you gave me a little bit of hope when I got that quick snap. I got a hole. I'm like, I get a little bit of hope. I should have just surrounded the ball and just gone for the tie. But that's
I had
the
a
way we play,
sense.
Jest.
I had a sense it was going to be a blitz or the extra move, the extra space.
Oh yeah, just go for it. Yeah. I did that a couple times too. I'm like, of course. And you're like, I did do a misclick where I dodged through a tackle zone with the agility 4 guy. Fortunately, going, whoops. Okay, make it. Thank you. That was a season 1 mistake. Okay, we're gonna do that again, I guess. But and I have so much dodge, and for the most part, it was like 6s, pows, open pows. I'm like going, come on now. How come I get tackle and you don't even need tackle? Poor man's frenzy. Poor man's tackle.
Absolutely.
So that was a good one, man. Whew, I thought it was going to be a tie for a while there, but
maybe this will inspire 2 really good articles, man. We got 2 of the league's most voluminous writers.
Yeah, it's been a tough. It's been a tough season for getting the writing down, but I got a new laptop, so maybe I got to open that up and crack that open and start doing some writing. But
nice.
Anyway, guys, it was a great game. I'm not pleased with the result at all.
Well, it'll inspire a good story, hopefully. And
at least my team value is going to be spiraling down, and we'll have to replace another rookie blocker. And so much for so there's no board meeting about 2 transfers, because I'm at least going to need 2.
You can make
as
the proposal.
As a Bretonian coach, I should get 2. I should at least get 2 as a Bretonian coach.
Rez has been trying to do the Wood Elf only 2-man transfer for a while. It doesn't work.
Oh, it wasn't even the Armor 7 guys. They're killing the Armor 8 guys. I'm like, come on. But anyway, I'm going to click off. But thanks you guys for everything. This was a good time, and I have to see the skeleton of my team that I can try to fix now.
Yes,
and so everyone have a good night, and enjoy the rest of your seasons.
All right, you too.
All right.
Thanks. You got any parting commentary?
What did you do in college?
I studied. I kept my mind on my books, and my books on my mind. Stay off drugs, kids, and don't have unprotected sex. And with that, This has been another MML production. It's a stay in school episode, and check us out, mmlpro.com. You can see stories about the Hopeless Necromantics and the Mousillon Morningstars, and Harry Warthog puts out great stories about the Thugs of Weldrake, his pro team, and Stuff and Junk puts out also amazing stories about the Repulsive Ratlings. So check it out. Check what we got going on. If you like what you see, you want to join the MML and play with us. If you want to see how you measure up against these coaches. If you were watching us and you were like, that guy's an idiot, I could do a lot better than Serious Jest. Well, come out, play me. I play on the farm sometimes. We have casual games, or again, you could build your team on the farm. You could go to the Challenge League. If you secure one of the top 2 spots in the Challenge League, one day you could be playing in the pros right here, having your game announced by Harry Warthog in whatever persona he's adopted for that night.
It all depends which medication I'm on for the night.
All right. Thanks, Harry. Thank you all. And we're out.